Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of CaseyBuilds Live, the first of 2021. Happy New Year. Exciting for it to be a new year. 2020 wasn't the best year. So, anyway, this year we're going to start off with a Disney set. We're going to be doing Mickey and Minnie. I've had this one. The set came out sometime last year, but it's been sitting there waiting for the right moment, and it seemed like a good one to start with this year. So that's what we're going to do. And one thing about it, hello, MD Cordy. One thing about this one is, since at Cordy's recommendation, I've always liked putting the I've always liked doing the smaller bits first and finishing with the large bits. It's kind of anticlimactic when you get to the end and then you have to go and make tiny little bits that are left over. So he's actually started this one and recommended that instead of starting with bag 1, we actually do bag 9 first. So I'm going to switch to this guy here. And as crazy as it sounds, we're going to start with bag 9 because this set has some accessory bits, and then obviously Mickey and Minnie. So we'll build Mickey today, Minnie tomorrow, and we're going to finish. We're going to finish with Minnie, even though there's one more bag left, and we're going to start with that. So getting crazy around here. We're just going to switch over to the build cam. There we go. I know. Starting with bag 9, it's just absolute insanity. It's a new year. We're gonna do all sorts of weird, crazy things this year. I don't know what else we're gonna do that's gonna be this odd, but why not? We're gonna get wild. So, yeah, this set has there's kind of a camera and a little camera tripod. There's a little, I don't know if it's a guitar or a ukulele. I'm not sure which. A little stringed instrument. So we're going to build all of those little guys first, and then we'll move on to the main course. That way we don't have to finish the meal with our side salad. It's boring. Nobody wants to do that. By the way, Cordy, I know we stopped last year before we had a chance to wish you a happy birthday. Seems like it's forever ago at this point, but we missed that, and so apologies for quitting, for going on hiatus before we could actually wish you a happy birthday. So very, very belated happy birthday. Okay. Kind of making a weird little bouquet here. This is interesting. Speaking of bouquet, oh, Taco! Whoosh. The gang's all here. How exciting. Taco, if you missed my intro, we're doing something absolutely unheard of. We're starting with bag 9, and then we're going to go back and do bags 1 through 4 today and 5 through 8 tomorrow. And yes, I promise you're at the right YouTube stream, despite the fact that that sounds completely wrong coming from me. So, speaking of bouquets, that's a cute little bouquet. Since this set's come out, Lego has actually started to really embrace the flowers. Oh, that's going to be our... Minnie will be holding that fella, so we'll just set that off to the side. Lego's really started to embrace the floral sets. They've actually come out with a set where you build some roses. You have a set for some tulips. There's a flower bouquet set, and then there's also a bonsai tree. So, chaos indeed. Oh, hello, Aunt Nancy and Tiffany. Hello, both of you. Yeah. So I've gotten the flower bouquet. I have all these things ordered, but they haven't shown up yet. They all came out on basically as the ball dropped on New Year's, and whenever Lego has new sets come out, especially big releases, their website totally dies. So totally dies, takes you a while to get your orders in, and they're immediately sold out before you can even place your orders. So all of those New Year's sets are slowly trickling in at this point. Also, Cordy did promise me that I wouldn't be spoiling anything for the rest of the set by doing this, so if any of you were concerned about that, I have it on good authority that we don't need to worry about spoiling the beginning by starting with the end. We're gonna do our sticker this way. There's only 4 stickers on this set, which is very nice, as you guys know. I didn't make any sort of New Year's resolution to all of a sudden start enjoying putting these stickers on, so it's business as usual. Okay, this is a cute... This looks like it's going to be half of a book. Now we need to build the other half. Oh, and isn't this a blessing in disguise? So by starting like this, these are the only 4 stickers, and they're already all done. So we don't even have to worry about stickers for the whole rest of the set, and we can just enjoy ourselves. Which is sort of the whole point here. There. Mickey and Minnie. Look at that. No more stickers. What a day. Alright. Oh, I've never seen these pieces before. So, these little guys are meant to fit over a single stud, but it's a little heart. They're using those to finish off the corners of this book, which is clever. I don't think I've ever seen one of those before. I have a feeling that they're probably part of the Friends sets, which is Lego's overcorrecting to create things that girls would like. They're pink and purple, and you're building like little doll houses and shopping malls and that kind of thing. I've not really ever been terribly interested in those, but this looks like the kind of piece that would be in those sets. Yeah. Well, girls can have adventures apparently as long as they're either shopping or in the kitchen, according to Lego. All right. Okay. Uh-huh. That's cool. Let's check this out. So now we have this little book here, the clasp, and it opens up. Mickey and Minnie book. That's nice. I like that. Okay, let's build a camera. Curious to see how this whole set really. I'm interested. Yeah. Well, luckily Lex knows that the opinions and beliefs expressed by Lego set creators are not necessarily ones that I share. What was I saying? This set. I'm curious. Oops. Ironic, because I was about to say I'm curious to see how solid this set is going to end up being, because looking at it, it looks kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Flimsy isn't quite right, but there's a whole lot of thin pieces here and there that doesn't look like it's going to be terribly sturdy. Yeah, maybe flimsy is the right word. I don't know. Anyway, I've been curious to see how this is going to end up. And this tripod looks somewhat can't think of whatever word I'm trying to other than flimsy. Flimsy's stuck in my head now. Anyway. Just pretend I could think of a word other than that to use to describe what I'm talking about. That's interesting. Okay. Am I missing a piece? Did I do something wrong? Oh, is that a one? I did do something wrong. Back here. Yes. Exactly. See? Lex knows. Oh, no, I didn't realize Disney did that. So apparently Disneyland terminated annual passes. I mean, it seems reasonable with the world the way it is right now. I would imagine that's something that maybe they'll bring back once it's safe to travel and visit and all of that kind of stuff again. Because it does seem kind of silly to offer that at the moment. I'm not sure how much of the park is even open right now, other than some of the dining stuff.
I don't even think that's open right now.
Is that closed too?
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah, it seems like offering annual passes right now is
Surefire way to lose money.
it'd be a good way to upset a lot of people and start having to try to figure out how to issue a lot of refunds, since nobody can actually go. So, ooh, this is a new piece too that I've never seen. It's so this is pretty standard. One of these guys where it's just a curved piece. Curved. This one is a curved piece that goes around a corner, and I've never seen one of those before. It's great. It really lets you create a nice.
We've had those before.
Perfect. You've seen one of those before?
Yeah. So it looks like a boot?
No, one that's curved all the way around. Yeah, look at that. I don't think we've ever had one of those before. Yeah.
When I looked over, you were holding up the one that looks like a boot.
Oh, yeah. Sort of just seems like the natural thing to have, given the other curved one, but they have not yet existed before. There's 4 more to finish this guy off. There we go. This feels like a fun little, with the rounded corners. It has a really neat feel to it. I could see them using this to make maybe luggage in another set, or I mean, you can round off the corners with just about anything. Steve Jobs knew that about 35 years ago. Yeah, if you are unaware, there's lots of UI elements in the macOS interface to have subtly rounded corners, and there's a whole bit of story about that with when the GUI was first getting created. GUI being graphic user interface, about him wanting to not have perfect rectangles for all the windows, but rounded corners on the windows, and I don't know. There's all sorts of interesting stuff there. If that sort of thing has ever, if that sort of history seems interesting to you, you can look into that a bit more. I believe they talk about it in the Walter Isaacson biography. There we go. Check it out. We got a camera. That's fun. So it's got a flash there, and on the back there's a little viewport. So nice old-fashioned camera. That's pretty cool. All right. Now we're building the tripod for said camera. And is that a gray piece? It is a gray piece. Gray. That one. Okay. All right. This is interesting because a lot of these elements, like this wheel, it has things on 120 degree angles instead of 90 degree angles, but the thing going through the middle here is on 90 degree angles, and this bit is on 100. There's lots of different competing angle values here, and normally when you're doing it, it's possible to line them all up and lock them into place, but because of some of the things that we have going through here, there's a lot of free spinningness going on that suggests that there isn't necessarily one perfect way that this needs to be, which I'm totally fine with. That's not a problem.
You see your eye twitch from here.
It's fine. I'm okay. We're okay. We're gonna get through this. Worse things have happened. And as we all notice, this is a 3x, which they decided to mark this time. As we all know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. For the observant builder, you know, you're building a tripod, which typically have 3 legs, given the name. I'm not that good with Latin, but okay. But you sort of know that you're going to need to have 3 of them. Cordy, did you, I know you were in the middle of building Minnie. Have you finished this set off, or am I actually building the accessories before you had a chance to get there? See, and also, a lot of this here feels real delicate. These little pins, and I get that there's a specific look that they were going for with this, but I tend to prefer when the sets have a sturdiness to them. I like it when they're a bit stout and not delicate, and this feels somewhat delicate. Yeah, it's... Yeah, so... Kind of feels like a little protractor. How am I spacing? Is that the right word? Compass. Protractor. Protractor is the ruler-y kind of thing. Compass is the thing with the pencils. Right? How am I not remembering what this word is?
Don't look at me.
Compass. Yeah. It's gotta be. Alright, there we go. Let's put that off to the side there. Yeah, feels like a compass. Alright, now what's this? Compare the colors for bag 1 and bag 5. Alright. I'll have to be able to do that more easily. Oh.
Pinks.
Yeah, looking over at what Lex has right now.
Oranges.
Mickey is all black
Greens.
and... What?
Orange, green, black.
Yeah, Mickey is all orange, green, and black. Presumably the orange and green will be on the inside. Minnie is all pink and yellow.
And black. And yellow.
Yeah. So Lex is currently... She has... I'll show it a little bit better as soon as we get the tray for tray 1 over here. I assume that all of the color is going to be on the inside since Mickey and Minnie are all black and white.
Well, and red.
And red, yes.
Yellow.
Oh, for their shoes? Yeah, we'll do a little comparison as soon as we get the tray over here. Point being, it looks like they have specific colors that they use on the insides of these. Which, being on the inside, they could theoretically all be exactly the same. But
then how would you know one's a girl?
yeah, once again, I think we have a case of them wanting to make sure we know that Minnie is in fact a girl mouse, and therefore must be pink on the inside. Oops, how did that go on there? It should have been like that. Okay. I really am not sure which instrument this is supposed to be. Could be a guitar, a uke, who knows. But it only has one string and size is not really something that has any meaning here. It's cute. Cute little thing. Alright, well, there we are, done with bag 9. Set's done. Just kidding. Now,
You don't leave in this one and the other one?
yep. Thank you. Okay. We are going to switch back to the other instructions. There we go. Back to Mickey. Thank you. And yeah, so if we look at the colors here, here's Mickey with all of his inside colors and the outside colors, but
Green and orange.
yeah, green and orange for all the parts that you can't see, as opposed to Minnie here, which is all pink
Yellow.
and a light yellow, a very delicate lady.
I think that's for her hat, but maybe not.
Lady-like yellow.
Either way.
It's much more feminine and pastel than these bold jewel tone colors here. That's a good, nice spot you did there, Cordy. Nice call out. Okay. There we go. Looks like we're starting with the base, I believe. Which I suppose is as good a place to start when you're going to build something that's going to stack up on top of it. As good a place to start as any. Yeah. Mickey is a Miami Dolphins fan on the inside. It's great.
I think that's where all Miami Dolphins fans are fans is on the inside.
Lex pointed out that she thinks that's where all Dolphins fans are fans is on the inside. It's been a few years since they had Dan Marino. All right. 2 and 2 and is that an 11? That is an 11. Holy cow. All right. Okay. Yep. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, same deal here. Presumably the backside. Not the 8th wonder of the world backside of water. This is going to be the backside of Mickey's base.
All about that base. About that base. No trouble.
Of course, as we all know, the backside of water is Schweitzer Falls on the Jungle Cruise.
Named after Carl Schweitzer.
Named after Carl Schweitzer, yes. But I'm sure we all know that. Okay. There. I've just never liked color orange.
Unless it's not a Giants game.
That's true, unless we're at a Giants game. Yep. But it's kind of rough at school, considering the college I went to, its colors were orange and black.
You chose poorly.
Kind of tough getting away from that there. going on. Yeah, that's true. Your longhorns, but I feel like, and this might be because I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm not going to let that stop me. I feel like Longhorn's orange is more of a brown, kind of a burnty kind of an orange, which is different, as opposed to just a gaudy, bright, Halloweeny orange. Also, there's a lot going on with this base for something that I thought was just going to be a flat stand that the thing attached itself to. So I guess that's interesting. That there's all of this happening when I thought it was really just going to be like just a slab. A Tennessee orange. Okay.
Yeah, Tennessee orange is gross.
I'm not as familiar with Tennessee.
Tennessee orange is this orange. It's this orange.
Okay. Is that from some school in Tennessee?
Yeah, Tennessee University.
Okay.
University of Tennessee.
University of Tennessee orange. I understand. Okay, I see. It's also the type of orange that we had at UOP.
Blech.
Which is something I am somewhat more familiar with.
Should have gone to Davis like the cool kids.
But had I gone to Davis, that would have meant that I had to be in Davis. I'm not really a big fan of Davis.
Why? Davis is awesome.
Everybody rides bikes. It's like being in Santa Cruz. Bunch of hippies. I like it. Like a city where you can get into your car and actually drive somewhere and not have to worry about hitting someone.
You went to Stockton.
No, the only thing you have to worry about there is getting shot. That's totally different. There's not a whole bunch of people riding around on bicycles where it should be where cars go. That implies that you want to walk around. You see, that's my entire point. I wanted to get in my car.
When you're drunk, leaving the bar, you could walk home.
I didn't go to bars when I was in college.
Well, you failed. You can write with that. I didn't do shit.
Okay. Okay, where's this go? This is a really interesting little contraption here, by the way. Like this is Technic level complexity with just a few little pieces. It's kind of fun. I like whatever this is. It's more just gonna be some kind of scaffolding to get all this to hold up Mickey, I suppose, but that's tough to get into the where it needs to go there. There we go. Nope, there we don't go. That's really difficult to get into the right spot. There, just had to start from the other side. Okay, got it. Problem solved. Alright. Now for the part of it that I was expecting from the very beginning, just finishing off the top here. Go. And for this cool part, something that seems like they could have made it a sticker, but didn't. They have Mickey Mouse's signature on here, which is fun. And there's a Minnie Mouse one over there too. But I like that it's like Mickey signed the plate here. I like that a lot. There we go. Alright, now we probably have to put something around the edge here to make it nice and finished. We don't want to see all that green, turquoise, and orange. Okay. This is another 2x step. Oh, another 2x, but this time they don't double the pieces. Even though they label it as 2x exactly the same way that the last two have. There's no consistency.
Why would you want consistency? Stop talking nonsense.
By the way, the only issue I ever had when I was living in Stockton, it was after I had already graduated, and I had borrowed Alex's Civic. Well, I mean, I had let him borrow my G35 at the time, and so I let him take that, and I had a Civic, and just so we could have some fun driving that around. I think I had it for a weekend or a week or something like that, and someone, when I had it, broke into it and stole his CD player out of the dash. That's the only time I ever had to deal with anything there.
You know what happened to me and Davis? Absolutely nothing.
Well, my point is absolutely nothing happened to any of my stuff. These are really these window pieces.
They're iridescent. They're cool.
Yeah, they're iridescent. They're kind of a bluey purple shimmery, kind of like a fish almost. I don't know if you could really see it too well here, but they're glittery. I've never seen a Lego piece of this color before, and it's real pretty. I like that a lot. Anyway, my point is this: it's almost kind of nice that the one time that something happened, it was in his cheapy little Civic, and it wasn't my nicer car. It was a very fortuitous weekend for him to borrow it. Sometimes things just work out. I'm sure he would agree. Okay, this looks really cool. The shimmery film. I don't know if this is going to be a film. Actually, let me finish this off, and then we'll take a peek at it. This was Alex's first Civic. This one was the little beige hatchback one. I suppose, yeah, it's absolutely the sort of car that would have gotten stolen, though. So that it was nice. It is nice that they didn't take the whole thing. Sure. Okay, let's see what this looks like now. Oh, it does. Okay, so this is absolutely, they're trying to make this look like a film reel, which is really cool. Oh. Or, I'm sorry, a film strip, not a, there's no reel here. That is very cool. I like that. That's a nice touch. That's a lot of fun. That's neat. Okay, on to bag 2. Oh, and I don't think I mentioned this yet. I know I didn't mention it yet. This set's about 1,750 pieces. So minus the accessories bag that we did, that's about 800 pieces per Mickey and Minnie. So we're a quarter of the way through Mickey at this point. Today it'll be probably a couple of hours, and then tomorrow will be an hour and a half. So should be a casual weekend build here. Nothing like the crazy marathons we've done from time to time. Should be pretty quick. Though usually it's when I say things like that that it ends up being a lot more tricky than I expect it to be, and then it just ends up taking longer. So I hope I'm not lying.
I wasn't gonna mention it.
Listen to what?
I wasn't gonna mention it.
Oh, she wasn't going to mention it. By the way, Lex did some really cool artwork sets over the holiday that we recorded as time lapses. I'm getting this entire library of time lapse recordings that I need to post. I'll probably do those ones first, since all of these ones are already live as they are. The art sets I think are going to look really cool watching them take shape. So she did 4 of them over the break, and anyway, I'll get those up at some point here. I promise. I mean it. I really will.
I know your tricks, Maria.
Not lying. Oops, sorry. Didn't mean to bump the camera there. One moment. Okay. Sorry, all the talking sometimes I just get a little parched. This must be what being a teacher feels like.
No, I think being a teacher is a lot more exasperating.
Yeah, I would rather do this than be a teacher, just for the record. Okay. That's a new shape. Newly shaped piece here. Most of these shapes that I haven't seen before, I assume are just not in the sets that I normally build. So I don't necessarily know if they're always new. They're new to me. All right, we got some big. So there's actually a small macaroni tube, but these ones are big macaroni tubes. I don't know if there'll be a small macaroni tube for comparison here or not. Yeah, those art sets they're absolutely murder. So the sets are 48 by 48 for a single one, or 48 by 48 times 3 for the large scale ones. Anyway, 48 times 48 I think is 2,300 and change. And so 2,300 pieces plus some extra ones around the corners. We'll call it 2,400 pieces. And then for the larger ones, that's about 7,000 pieces. So all in all, between the 3 smaller ones and the larger one, it's about 14,000 pieces. And 23 times 6, and about 13,000 of those pieces are all just single little individual stud pieces with the top on it. So you're pushing them down, boom, 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 on one of those 13,000 times. So her little thumb was...
It's my forefinger and my thumb.
Forefinger and thumb were hurting a little bit.
They still don't feel right.
They still don't feel right, she says. So, but it sure looks good.
It does.
So beauty is pain, as they say.
But yeah, why do you think women wear high heels? Not because it feels good.
Okay, now we have a Mickey foot, which looks great, actually. And that applies to this right here. It really does look good. Okay, other Mickey foot. The piece of heel for Mickey's shoe has only been in 3 sets. Oh, okay. What are the other sets that it's been in? Some that I would be totally unfamiliar with, I assume. In fact, that's a different shade of... That's between orange and yellow. I don't know if you can see all the different shades here. We go from this, from red to... Well, we have the Tennessee orange, as Cordy called it. Then there's this other one, and then there's the yellow. So we have all these different shades here. Rebel A-Wing Starfighter. Oh, I have built that one. Right down there. No, over there. Is that this one? Yeah, that one's right here. I haven't built that one yet. It's one of the Ultimate Collector Series ones. Employee exclusive. Oh, I want some employee exclusive sets. I wonder how much those go for on eBay. I wonder if I could buy any. But yeah, I do have that Starfighter, or the A-Wing Starfighter. It's one of the Ultimate Collector Series Star Wars sets, which look really cool. They're like model quality sets. They're a little bit bigger than the normal ones. Lots of detail. They look really nice. So I haven't gotten to that one yet. There's actually 2 specific sets that I periodically look for on eBay and Amazon. Two specific sets. One is a Technic set that for some reason got canceled after it was all designed and everything, and some of them had gotten sent out to reviewers, and then they decided not to sell the set. And that was I think it's a V22. I don't know about that. I wouldn't bet on that, but it's an Osprey. So it was a really cool plane. And I don't know why they never sold it. And then the other one is a set that they only sell over in Billund. It's called the Lego House, and it's a set of this house that is a Lego house, and it's an exclusive set when you're traveling over there. Oh, what is going on here? A-wings. Oh, smaller A-wing set. So that's one of these guys. This little fellow. They had two A-wings. They had the big one and this little one. So, oh, and I could see the piece right there. Open, build, repeat. Hello. Yeah, it has been a while. I had a little bit of a holiday break there. But it's good to be back. Just had there's always stuff to do during the holidays. So it just, instead of stressing out and trying to keep going, it was easier just to take a little time off, relax, and then first month of the first couple of weeks of this year was still getting back into the swing of things, and just needed a little more time off. So, but I'm back now, and should be good to go for a while. What in the world? Oh, we're making a leg. So this trick of taking these sorts of pieces and skewering them, making a kebab, putting them around one of these axles. First time I ever saw that was on the roller coaster set, because all of the literal scaffolding for that one were a bunch of these sorts of columns, and if you just stack up these pieces, normally they're real flimsy and can come right apart. When you put one of these through the middle of it, it is remarkable how strong these things get. Which, for the roller coaster, was a very important thing for them to get figured out. So there we go. Got two legs there. Onward and upward. There we go. Not sure what this part's going to be. Presumably the pelvic region here. Joining it together. Possibly the whole body, actually. Tough call to make just by the little thumbnail there. We'll see soon. It's weird that one piece, the back of the heel here, was only on two sets, and that aside from this one of them was the employee exclusive, and then one was this chintzy little, like, I want to say it's a $10 box, cheapy little one for, like, it's weird that was a new piece that they've only used like that. It seems like it's not, I would think it wouldn't be worth it to them to create new pieces unless they started using them more. So it seems like they would want to have more of an excuse to be building more, or to have them in more sets to justify creating the new shape. but it is absolutely perfect for the heel as it is. So that's good. By the way, does anybody remember what was significant about February 5th last year? I'm going to give you a few seconds to think about it before I tell you. February 5th.
So we weren't in quarantine?
Yeah, it was before quarantine. But no, that's not what I'm going for here. February 5th. Oh, fair Googling. Okay, answer time. February 5th was when Lego Masters debuted in the US last year. So I haven't searched out information about it to see if they have a second season planned for this year, but one would hope that they do. Uncle Mark's birthday. Oh, sure. That too. But I'm really hoping that they will have. Oh, gotta turn my leg. I did that wrong. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they'll come out with another one this year. That'd be a lot of fun. I sure liked the last one. There. Okay, we do have a body. He's kind of doing a little jig there. That's the end of bag 2. On to bag 3. There. Thank you. Oh. I'm going to lift these back up so people can see it the way I saw it. There we go. I've never started to care about what I thought was Ninjago, but I don't know if it's supposed to be pronounced Ninjago, considering it's all ninjas. Oh, I almost missed it. See, there's a 2X. There's a 2X up there. Sneaky. So yeah, no, the Ninjago sets for me, and I really hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I don't know if I am or not. They're I think they're really neat. The ornamentation that they have. I respect what they are, but it's also a lot of the kind of building that I do not care for. There's a lot of fiddly bits, and it's a little too irregular for me. Like, they do a really good job of using like these sorts of pieces, and having lots of thin things all over the place. I like it when Lego is a little more robust than that, the things that I build. So I think they all look really cool, but it's a style that has never really drawn me.
You gotta stop buying at some point.
Yeah, and it's a really good filter to use on my purchasing. So most of the time I see something and I think, oh wow, that's really neat. And since this isn't something that totally blew my mind away, it seemed to a good enough reason not to buy those ones. What about you, Cordy? They also seem like the kind of set that was meant to be something that you'd build and play with. I think this is the sort of thing that I might have enjoyed a lot more when I was younger, but less now. I know they did come out with a new set. First few seasons of the cartoon. Yeah, I haven't watched the cartoon. I also haven't watched. Oh no.
Clone Wars?
No, Lego. I haven't watched the Batman movie, and didn't they come out with a Ninjago movie? I think they might have. This just shows how little I pay attention to the Ninjago. Good storytelling. Okay, that's good. I do like that. The most experience I have with them was playing through the Dimensions games on the Xbox. There were a few characters that you could get in the game from Ninjago.
Now that you said Ninjago, I want it to be Ninjago.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Lego Masters, it's something that's totally easy to overlook, but the cool stuff with Lego is the stories that they are able to tell just by building something, and
And that the story has to speak for itself instead of them explaining it.
yeah, and all of these things are, there's no words in any of these instruction manuals. Well, I mean, no words for the instructions of the build. And it's cool how much you can communicate without any words just by building the sets. And yeah, I really like that was a focus for them with Lego Masters. It seems like it's actually, if not as important, possibly more important. They talk about it a lot in the Australian Lego Masters show. It's a real... Shoot, I keep bumping my camera. I'm just out of practice here, obviously. The Australian Legos Masters show, they talk about it all the time for the stuff they have them build there. So, if you haven't watched the Australian Lego Masters show, it's good. It's basically the exact same show in Australia, down to them doing most of the same challenges. Cordy, as you have watched the show, can you confirm whether it's Ninjago or Ninjago? Or something else? Maybe it has a silent J or something? Silent N. Ninjago. By the way, if you are interested in watching the Australian Lego Masters, I had to download an app on my Apple TV called Tubi, Tubi, and find it there. There also exists a UK Lego Masters, which is rubbish. That's not the one you're looking for. You're looking for the Australian one if you're looking for it. Oops. Uncle Mark's birthday. Was it... Whose birthday was it last year? Because it was during... A shelter in place had already started. And you went over to the front yard and put some stuff out to wish him a happy birthday. Was that Uncle Mark? Or was that Aunt Nancy? I don't remember. I remember I was on FaceTime. Okay, we're building up our mouse lower half here. It's definitely missing some pieces, but it's getting there. This goes on this side. Aunt Nancy's house. Okay. Okay. And ever so quickly, Mickey's bottom half looks like some britches. Speaking of rodentia, Lex has been feeding our squirrels here, and I thought we were about to get a squirrel in our house for the first time today. We've gotten to the point now where the squirrels will bang on the door asking for us to put nuts out, and they are just starting to not scamper away when we open the door. And today, Lex had the door open because it was a nice day out and we wanted to enjoy the fresh air. And then she wasn't sitting there, and she's the one who sits close to the door. So she wasn't sitting there. She'd gone downstairs to make lunch. We have a nice tail now. You can see that, a little mouse tail. She had gone downstairs, left the door open, and then I look over and I see a squirrel running across the balcony. And I see him stop and look in the door and look up at me and kind of look around. And I thought, oh, well, he's going to come get the nuts on his own today. But then he ran off. So I think it's just a matter of time. The emphasis is on the second syllable of Ninjago. You pronounce the A as in palm, not as in ham. Ninjago. So I was saying it wrong. Ninjago. Butchering the made-up word. Apologies. Ninjago. Okay. Got some buttons on the front of our britches there. Okay. What are we making now? Is this an arm, perhaps? Ninjago. Thank you for the information there, Cordy. Yeah, I've got an arm coming out here. But we need to make sure it's oriented correctly. I think like that looks right. Ninjago. Okay. Noodly arms. Ah, another part that could have easily been a sticker that they printed on. The back of Mickey's glove here. Very recognizable marking. It is pretty amazing how iconic some very simple things can be within the power of the brand that Disney has built with all of this stuff. Like, you know, 3 circles for Mickey's head. These marks with exactly the thickness and direction that they go. It's obviously his glove. Like, very, very powerful branding. It's neat. I like it. Alright, we're going to start building a hand here. Let's see here. That goes on there like that. He's got a thumb. And... nope. Jago. This one goes on here. It is neat. These hands, because of the way they're built, are going to be very positionable. Almost done with this tray. Just need to finish off his digits here. That'll be that. Okay. How do these all go? Oriented like so. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Okay, 3 fingers. Okay, well, these aren't actually going to articulate all that much. It's more of just the orientation of the hand and being able to collapse the thumb down. However, that will be enough to be able to get that guitar in there. Also, I feel like putting these fingers together, while it is 3 pieces, for whatever reason, every single one of these, I have to look at the instructions because they feel like it's such an unusual way to put these pieces together that every single time I feel like I'm doing it wrong. And I don't know if I've ever had this much trouble putting 3 pieces together 6 times in any other set that I've ever done before. Just an unusual orientation on the pieces, I suppose. Okay. Our mouse now has some hands. And for the final tray, tray 4. Relax. Tray 4, please. Good time for a water break. Thank you. Okay, now we just get to build his head and throw his melon, big old melon right on top there. We start with this guy. This is a very full tray. Oh, shucks. So these are the little studs that I was talking about that Lex had to put about 13,000 of them down. Oh, come on, come on. There you go. Destroying her fingers. But now we have some super cool artwork hanging on our wall. So incidentally, it's actually not the first either. This was the third set of artwork that we have. We also have Darth Vader from the Sith artwork sets, as well as all 4 Beatles. But the there's a difference in some of these have studs with flat tops, and some of them have studs with the nib on the top. And the one she was doing, the most recent one, all of the Iron Man sets do have the nib on top, which shreds your finger just a little bit more. The Beetle sets did not have the nib on top. The Darth Vader set did. So
basically sets that they want to make look more 3D.
Yeah.
Picture like.
Things that they wanted to have a little bit more texture and look more 3D, they would use the studs on top. If they wanted it to just look like a flat picture, they would use the flat studs. So it just happens to be the only one that I've helped with so far have been the Beatles ones with the flat studs and not the painful ones. So just a really funny way the way things work out sometimes. Also, I don't really love putting the artwork sets together. I think they look really cool and they're nice when they're finished. But I like to have a little bit more variety with the stuff that I do. And luckily, Lex really enjoys putting them together minus the pain. So the very first ones we did were the Beetle sets. And at the time we didn't realize that that they weren't all the same. We figured all the sets were just the flat ones like the Beatles. And then I was like, yeah, I don't feel like I need to build these. You can go for it. And then it was after that point we realized that they were not all flat. But they do look really cool hanging on the wall when they're done. So I've messed this tray up now, and I feel like I'm just a bull in a china shop at this point, since there's no good reason for me to be super careful anymore. I mean, I'm not going out of my way to make it messed up, but also not being as careful as I typically try to be. So this is clever. So either side of this thing, there's going to be one of these on either side. And to make it so that these stay, instead of being up like they could be, and to lock them down into place, one of them is flush on this side, and then on the other one, on this one, they have a little extra sticky outy bit there that will give it just enough, spread them out to have them faced downward. You can see there. It's clever. This goes up here. Boy, if you had me stop right now and look at this and somebody say, so what do you think that's going to be? I would have no way of telling you that's going to be a Mickey head. Caught it. I think this also might be my first stream using Lex's old chair here. I feel like it's actually quite a bit more comfortable than the chair I was using before. I got a new desk chair over the holiday, and which meant Lex got to take over my old chair, which was a little bit better than this one for her, which meant this one ended up being extra. So figured we'd move it into the build room here. And I think that was a wise choice. One of the silly features of my new chair is it actually has, so like pretty much any office chair, it can recline, but this one actually has a pad that's underneath the cushion that you can pull out and then flip up, and then when you recline you actually have leg support. So it's like a lazy boy recliner kind of a thing, which, I mean, how could you not want that in your office chair? Being able to basically lay out flat whenever you want. It's a solid feature. We're starting to get a little bit more of a Mickey headness going on here, but still a bit of a stretch if you didn't know that's what it was. Okay, I think we're going to see how they're handling ears. These. Yep, those are definitely going to be for the ears. Okay. Well, whatever this is, it's either going to be the back of the head or the front of the head. Still no idea. No clue. It's gonna have to be the front. That's gotta be for the nose. It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Nope. 1, 2, 1, 2. Hmm. 1, 2, 2, and 1. Oops. interested to see how this all ends up. Oh, maybe it's the back of his head. Wow, I don't know. What a roller coaster. It's gotta be the back. It's all black. The front of his head has face all over it, so it's got, yeah. Yep, okay, that's the back. Yep. That one. Okay. Okay, there we go, yeah. Nice rounded back of his head. And now it's that way up. Not quite a 2x, so we'll do each one individually because they are side oriented. Okay. That. Ooh. There are some very precise changes of directions going on with these things, going sideways and then having another one going sideways off of the other one that's going sideways. This is very intricate. One, two, three, four. 1, 2. 1, 2. And like I said before, we're getting close to being done here. We're going to do Mickey today, we're doing Minnie tomorrow. So we are nearing the end for today. As soon as we finish his head and put it up on his body there, we'll call it good for the day and then finish up Minnie tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific time. Sometimes I forget not all of our viewers are California based. Okay, how does that go on? Looks like this is here. This is meant to be over top of it like that. Okay. And upside down now, it's attaching to the things I mentioned before, going in lots of different directions. So that's the bottom of his mouth. Okay, 2, 1, 1. Okay. Oops. There we go. Did I just got one? I did. Okay. Okay. I feel like a plastic surgeon. I'm building his face from the inside out right now. Okay. Well, we're getting closer. It's almost a face. And whatever this is, let's see. Got that. Those go together. Another weird one of these weird pieces. There. This one on front. Yep. Top. Oh, this must be his nose. Yeah, nose. Which, I don't know if it's going to ultimately be positionable, but it currently is. And also, to note, they used a spaceman helmet to be the black tip of the nose, over top of, instead of a minifig, a yellow minifig head, it's over top of a black minifig head. So that was a really creative way to give us the nose tip there. I'm also proud of the fact that so Cordy likes to send me little puzzles every once in a while. And last, I don't know, a week or two ago, he sent me a picture. He sent me this, and he said, "Do you know what set I'm building?" And I was thinking, okay, well, it's a half or quarter of a dome, and I was brainstorming. And my first thought was possibly a Capitol building, because of the dome, obviously. And after he told me I was wrong with that, I kept thinking, and then Mickey's eyes. It popped into my head, and I was able to figure that one out. So I was pretty proud of getting that. Finishing off our ears. One ear. You know what? I'm going to build both of them before I put them on, just because it's probably going to need to have the balance. If I put one on, the thing's going to roll around. Okay, and they say to orient them like so. Oh. Like that. All right. There we go. Got a little Mickey head now. And gotta give the man a neck. Skewer him. There we go. That right up top there. Cool. There we go. And it is a little on the wobbly side, but I also don't think it's coming apart. So it's not it's not as sturdy as I would like, but it's also reasonably strong enough. I think the body could easily pull off of the legs easily, because those are just held on with some clippy bits. Okay, that is the end of this Mickey here, but he should be holding this guitar. See if I can get that into his hand without, well, I was going to say without breaking it, but I just broke it, so. Come on, there we go. Guitar should fit right there. There we go. Now we have Mickey holding his guitar. There we go. Yeah, hey Mickey, you're so fine. There we go. All right, one down, one mouse down. And then Mickey was 4 bags. Minnie is almost literally exactly the same as Mickey. Surprise, surprise. That one's another 4 bags. So we'll do this again tomorrow. We just won't have to build the accessories to start with. So that's it for today. Happy 2021. Welcome back, everybody. It's fun doing these again. Look forward to seeing you all tomorrow at the same time. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Bye, everyone.